Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am indeed wearing the jumper that I was wearing in the outro of the normal people video, but we don't talk about that. Also don't talk about the fact that my phone is buzzing. Please don't do that. It's like a spam email. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it has been quite a few days since I filmed that video. I have taken this jumper off in between. I put it back on, it's warm, my house is freezing. That's my excuse. The other thing I need to address is the fact that like half of my hair is wet, but I am going to try and brave the Black Friday shopping in person in town today, so I need to film this video before I leave, because potentially I won't be coming back. I won't make it home from that extravaganza, but I had to pick something up for my mum, so it'll be fine. Today's video is going to be a, what is this called? The end of the year book tag. I have filmed one of these like 2 years ago. I do vaguely remember it, and I remember it's quite a short tag. It was created by Ariel Bissett, whose channel I will link down below, but I'm sure you guys all know her because she's amazing. And this tag basically like explains your kind of reading plans in the year, like the little like, talking about the last like month and a half or month or whatever of the year before you do like your end of the year wrap-ups and then launch into 2023, which is terrifying. January feels a long time ago, but like July feels like last week. So without me having a literal mental breakdown on the camera, let's just go on with the video. So the very first question is, are there any books that you started this year that you still need to finish? Yes, there are. So I have 3 books that I would like to finish. Actually no, I didn't start 2 of these this year. I started them previous years, which is kind of concerning, but I will explain those. So the very first book that I have to mention that I started this year that I would actually love to finish by the end of the year is The Idiot by Elif Batuman. I bought this book in New York and I started reading it as soon as I bought it there, so I have been reading this one since October, and I'm about halfway through, but the way this is kind of told, there's no chapters or anything, and like it is very much like no plot, just vibes. Like every single moment feels the same, but like the best way. It's kind of giving like 5-star vibes at the moment because there's no plot. I am happy just like picking this up and reading like a few pages here and there. It does mean that I'm getting through it quite slowly, which I don't entirely mind, but I would like to get it done by the end of the year. Like I said, I'm about halfway through. It's got about 400 pages and I'm on page 182. It's set in 1995. We're following this girl called Selin. I should know how to pronounce her name. And she is at Harvard and she meets this guy called Ivan. Oh my gosh. You know when you like pronounce something in your head and like makes total sense and then you say it out loud and you're like, that's not right. Her like kind of infatuation for this boy who kind of doesn't care less about her. Sounds a bit like my life. Inspired and like a little bit of a satire kind of thing on The Idiot by Dostoevsky, hence the title. It was not just like a complete rip-off, it is deliberately linked to that one. Lovely cover. That's the reason why I bought the American edition, because this is far superior to the English one. Yeah, I'd like to get this done basically, and I think I will be able to do it. I just need to like actually sit down and read it, because right now I'm just kind of reading a couple of not chapters, but like a couple of pages before bed, which is fine, but like, you know, like I said, I would like to get it finished. And the other 2 things I have to mention are books that I've started in previous years. So the first one is Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. This is one that my family and I are actually like kind of buddy reading. Not really, but like we will read it all in a room together, and one of us like reads it aloud, and we often take turns in who reads it per chapter. We're aiming to get it finished this like Christmas season when we're finally all together, so fingers crossed that actually happens, because we've generally been reading that book for about 2 years at this point. And then the last book that I would like to finish this year, that I also didn't start this year, but I have started in previous years and I would like to get done. I believe I started either 2020, I think I started this, oh my gosh, stop, when did this book come out? No, 2021. Everything's fine. I saw this in 2021 and I want to get it done because it's unacceptable that I'm still in the middle of it. And actually I've been making so much good progress at the moment because I found the audiobook on YouTube, which is probably illegally uploaded, but you know, it's a really good audiobook. I'll link it down below. Hopefully I don't get brought into jail. I'm on page 100, no, what? No, thank goodness I'm not on page 100. Page 651, which means I have exactly 100 pages left. It's a big, fat, chunky book. Like, that's what I'm up to. But I'm finally making some progress. I've read like about 200 pages in the last like 3 days. I want to get it done by the end of the week actually. It's currently Friday, so wish me luck. I don't love this, but I will go into full thoughts hopefully in my November wrap up. For a second I thought it was December. That was terrifying. Okay, I won't speak about it too much here. But yeah, this is the first book in the continuation series following my favourite series ever, The Autumnal and Roses. It's just not it though, sadly. Okay, I said this tag was short, but that was the longest answer to that question like there's ever been by anyone ever. Okay, second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you into the end of the year? Autumn, I'm kind of over her. She's beautiful, but like she's basically done, so I will not be mentioning that, but I do want to mention a Christmas book because I feel like that's more appropriate to like transition me into winter, considering that the last month of the year is in fact winter month, and November basically feels like winter because it's so freezing. And the book I want to mention is A Merry Little Meet Cute, and I literally don't know anything about this other than it's a Christmas book and loads of people reading at the moment, and I genuinely couldn't tell you a single thing about this other than it has like a stunning cover, and that's what hooked me, honestly. Sold. It's also £4.50 on Amazon, so it might have to happen. I might have to treat myself. I've seen it in the bookstore and it's literally stunning. I need to actually find out what it's about though, because maybe I'll hate it, but it's got pink and red and white on the cover. Like, what more do you want? Pink and red, like done right, is the most like superior combination of colours. Next question, is there a new release that you're still waiting for? Not this year, but January 3rd, so very, very early 2023, which is why I feel like I can mention it. The Still on Air by Holly Black is coming out. When I heard about this series, I literally just lost my mind. Like, seriously, this is the, what, let me just explain myself. First book in a new series following the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, of course. And it's following one of the characters in the books called Oak, who is the step brother of the main character. It's him when he's like a little bit older, because he's like a little boy in the original trilogy, and I am so excited, but simply just because I'm literally in love with that world. I'm really like low down on the camera. Is that better? And I'm like never gonna get over it. That world is so magical to me. Every single year my mum used to get me like one book in that series for Christmas, and this year I was like, she can't do it, but no, psych. She's gonna get me, I've asked her to pre-order that book for me as like one of my Christmas presents. So yeah, what I was gonna say though is that like, here's my Folk of the Air series shrine with Tiana. I was gonna say because she's a queen, but she literally is a queen. Next question, question 4 is what, am I really on question 4? Wow. What 3 books would you like to read before the end of the year? First of all is the next novella in the Shatter Me series. I'm currently making my way through the Shatter Me series. I've read book 1, then a novella, and then I've read book 2. And now I'm up to like another novella. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on screen. But yeah, a book that I'd really like to get done, and it's like 80 pages, so I'm hoping I can finish that one before the year's over. Next up is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is a romance, and I actually want to like buddy read this with my bestie, love of my life, favorite person in the world, Abigail. We should be doing that, but I don't know. It totally depends on when she wants to do it, so it might not happen this year, but like I would like to read this soon. So like it'll either happen this year or like January, February of 2023. This follows Alex and Ava. I think I was like merging those two names together. I believe it's like brothers best friends, so I think Ava's brother goes away for a bit. He's very protective, so he asks, wow, I literally cannot talk, Alex to look over her while he's gone, and they happen to fall in love. I love these colours. They're so like minimalistic, but they're like the discreet ones, because the original covers had like men on the front, which we don't want to see that. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I don't really know much about it, like to do with the plot and whatever, but I think it should be good. I've heard many good things about it in terms of just people like enjoying it, not about what it's actually about. And then lastly, my 3rd book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I believe I mentioned this in my October TBR. I didn't get around to it in October, obviously, or November TBR. Did I even film a November TBR? I don't remember. Anyways, basically I didn't read it when I said I was going to, or when I said I would hope I was going to. This is the first like official book in the Throne of Glass series. Like I said in that video, I have read another book in this series, which is like a little prequel, not little, like a prequel, which has like lots of little short stories in it called The Assassin's Blade. But this is the first official book, and I really want to get this started because I want to know whether I love it, because if I do love it, I need to buy all the other books in the series like ASAP, because they're doing a cover change, and the new covers, at least like digitally, what they look like on the computer screen is like not it. Either gonna like speed through the fantasy book because I'm obsessed, or I'm gonna be like, okay, it's good, but like don't love it. That's kind of how I feel like I'm gonna be about it. I'm hoping to love like the series as a whole, so maybe I'm just like gonna feel a little bit indifferent about this book, and then maybe I'll buy the next one and, you know, enjoy it. But there's like literally, how many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in the series. I only own 2 of them, so I don't know who's gonna be buying these books for me, because I do not have the money to buy 6 books. I thought it was a brilliant idea to collect the US editions, which cost like double the price of the UK ones. I'm really clever, I know. And then the next question is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Why did I hesitate between the and the year? This is gonna be The Idiot. So if you guys haven't seen my Normal People reading vlog already, I gave Normal People 5 stars. I love the book, and it's my only 5-star book of the year. So currently Normal People is my favourite book. Like I said, I'm getting like 5-star vibes from this. So depending on how this goes, I may prefer it, but I don't know. Like Normal People like is different because it's just like it felt very personal, like I really connected with it, but like in terms of enjoyment level, that was not like super duper high. I think this is probably more high in terms of enjoyment level, but we shall see. It is a brilliant book, this one. It's super intellectual though, so if you're not ready to like take your time with it and like sit down and drink in every word, then maybe this is not the type of book for you. I feel like that is very much not a Twisted Love kind of equivalent. And the next question and final question is, have you started making any reading plans for next year, so 2023? And the answer is no, but then I had to think about it and I was like, yes. Why did you even say that? Basically, yes. Okay, first of all, this is like a little bit of like an unpopular opinion, or like most people wouldn't say this. Okay, so the angle has probably definitely changed, but my camera, I'll shut my drawer now, wow, okay. My camera had a memory card error, so I just lost the entire last part of this video. I just spent ages trying to explain my point. Basically, I want to put less pressure on myself to read classics because this is kind of a bit difficult to explain. I'm always like concerned about the fact that life goes so quickly and that I need to like start reading like a bunch of classics now because otherwise I'm never going to get through all the ones that I want to read in my lifetime. Which is true, life does go quickly, but it also doesn't go as quickly as like I'm telling myself in my brain. Like, yes, a year goes quickly, there's only 12 months in a year and everything like that. But I do think that me like worrying about this makes me less willing to pick them up. I'm more concerned with the fact that I'm like not reading them than the fact that like I want to read them. I think that if I allow myself to be more like excited about wanting to read one just naturally, I'd be more willing to pick one up, and I would pick more of them up than if I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read a classic, and I'm just like choosing books simply because it's a classic novel. So I hope this makes sense because it really just like it's so clear in my brain, but it's super hard to explain. Next plan for 2023, I really want to get through some series, part way through a lot of series. So I want to finish the Shadow Me series like I was mentioning earlier. I want to make a lot of progress in the Throne of Glass series, finish off the Arcs of the Side series because the second book was my favorite. I'm just putting off the third because the second one was so good and I don't want the third to be disappointing, which is really stupid. I just need to hurry up and read it. It's just a bunch of series that I want to make my way through. And then the final plan I have for 2023, like I'm sure is on everyone's list, but it's just to make my way through my physical TBR. Like I own a lot of books that I've owned for quite a few years and I've never got around to reading them. I have a bit of a thing where like I'm super excited about a book and I buy it, and then the minute I own it, I don't lose interest completely, but like the interest level like goes down. I need to just, you know, read some stuff I own. I have now organised my books, so I've separated my TBR from my read books. So this little half bookshelf is full of my TBR, and then this one is all books that I've read. It's more clear for me what I want to pick up, and I think I'm just more inspired to read what I own. The end of this video was a struggle, but it's just because like I got so thrown off with my memory card like doing that thing. It's one I haven't used in like a long time, so I feel like that was a stupid idea to begin with. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stick around to see more videos from me, you can of course subscribe. I'm gonna go brave the Black Friday shopping. It's gonna be a nightmare. Wish me luck. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye.